Welcome to the Bushell House!
Hello and welcome to Bushell House. Would you like to come in? The residential care home was founded in 1743 and I want to tell you all about the history. I'm Sue, I'm the manager of the service, and Rebecca and I go to conferences quite regularly and we meet with Stuart there, and he was showing us quite recently the new Touchsafe Pro units that he had, and this system was very impressive, and we thought we'd like to look into it a bit further, and lo and behold we've got it in Bushell House now. Dr. Bushell set up a trust fund for his daughter Elizabeth for when she reached the age of 21 or if she should marry, and unfortunately Elizabeth passed away at the age of 16. So the trust was made up to fall to into the hands of the trustees, and it was to be set up as a residential care home for the elderly gentlefolk of the local area. And it's still in the hands of the trustees today. And at the moment we have 31 residents, we're registered for 31 residents, and we have a team of 43 staff, all caring for them. We have a lovely homely atmosphere for them. I believe Chris Donnelly came originally with Aid Co and put the original system in, which is about 15 years ago now, and now we deal with Stuart Barclay, who's been absolutely exceptional in looking after us over the years. We have an excellent maintenance package goes along with our system, and we never have any problems at all.
So that up there is the original nurse call system that we had from when Dr. Bushell created the trust, and up until about 2 years ago when we had the kitchen redone, because that's where it originally was, it still worked, and delivery guys used to come to the back of the building to the kitchen, and that's the system that they used to use to get into the building.
Just want to tell you a little bit about the panel. We used to have our panel in the staff room, and it was a very noisy system, so the staff were never getting a break from it really. This can be set to being a silent system, or you can have the noise on it if you want to. We've got it set so that emergency calls only are sounding for us. A call will generate to the system and come up here on the screen, and it will go to the pager that the staff have got with them, so they're aware of the call, and when they get to the room they only need to log their presence in the room so that we know here it comes up on the system with the staff name, so we can see who's in the room at any one time and how long the call takes. We can also look back by pressing the list button, and this shows us all the calls that have happened this morning, and we can go back and look at yesterday, the day before, whenever. This also goes to our call logger, which is on our computer in the office, so as a manager we can see exactly what's been happening and we can generate reports from it. We also have a GSM backup which allows Aid Co to access our system remotely, and therefore if there's any issues at all it's quickly resolved. When the care staff answer a call, they come in and acknowledge that they're here, so they're able to tell the unit that they're here, and then they leave it running until they finish the call, and when they're leaving they log off. The unit can be removed from the wall and sat next to the resident, which makes it easy for them to press it at any place in the room. We can also get extra pieces of equipment to go with it, and at night time they've got the little button here. During the day they can wear a pendant alarm, and we've also got bed sensors that are easy programmable into the system, so any manager can do that.
So on the old system, the residents used to press the orange button, and that's the call came through to the screechy pages, and then when the staff went in they pressed the green button twice to cancel it. But on the new system they have to go in and they have to press on the bluebell pages, they have to tick to say that they're present. The difference is when they're now coming out they have to press the grey button on the system to say that they're coming out of the room. So when the first weekend that we had it active, we had a thing where at the end of the shift we'd look and we count up how many people hadn't logged out of the rooms, and whoever got the most, they had to go around the house and turn them all off.
Hi Sue, so thanks for a tour of the building and for speaking on camera. I'm sure it's been a shock and a nervous thing to do. I really want to talk about the installation. So obviously we came along with the demonstration of how the nurse call would work and the specification and everything else. And it's always hard to make sure the engineers, and we communicate effectively to our engineers, so that carries through. So how did you find the installation?
It was absolutely perfect. We had no problems whatsoever, Stuart. The men came, they told us exactly what they were going to do. They were so mindful of the residents, you could tell that they were used to working in a residential care home. They made sure that everything was out of the way, very neat and tidy. We had no problems at all. That's
excellent, and that obviously we promised we would do that, so I'm glad that we've seen that through. And training afterwards, how has that all gone? Has David come in and done some training for you?
David came out and did the training, and he was absolutely amazing because he spent a lot of time with each lot of staff. We had several people on duty that morning, and so that we didn't take everybody off the floor, he was quite happy to repeat the training 3 times, in fact, and it was amazing. So, and we all got what he was telling us. It was in very simple terms.
Excellent.
Well, I don't really get many. When I was at little sisters, 1 or 2 called and they've been very good. They've come visited me here.
Yes, that's nice.
So really, you can't go and get When is your birthday?
13th.
Oh, in June. You're not going to get it here then. Get a birthday cake when there's somebody's birthday.